Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to see the continuation of file system. We have already seen the attributes of the file and the operations of the file. For example, create, write, read, delete, truncate, etc. Now we are going to see the file access operation continuations. Okay. In this, the data which are needed can be accessed and stored in a file. In that, the opening and reading the file can be tracked. All those data can be tracked for knowing how many times the file has been accessed and currently who is accessing and what is the position of the file. It all can be tracked. This I use performed using open file table operations. Okay, the open file table tracks the files which are currently open in that system. Okay, it contains all the file data, file names, it IDs, and when it is being accessed, etc. And file pointer is nothing but it indicates the current position of performing read or write operation in that file by a specific user. And file open count is nothing but for example, it tracks the number of times the file has been opened, and it is used for either reading, writing, or modification operation, whatever it is. Okay, these are used for tracking the number of counts. For example, if a book is placed in a library, you will be having an access card, right? In that card, you will be having the data of who are the members who have accessed that book, and how many by that access card you can track how many times the book has been used and benefited. In such a way, the file can be tracked the file access count. Okay. Finally, disk location of the file, it is nothing but where the file is getting located. Will be that information will be shared on that. And access rights are nothing but, as I have said, you can restrict the access of the file, whether it can be read, write, or executable, whatever it is. Based on the hierarchy and classification, the user can have the access rights. In another way, if I wanted to say what to say, if I'm the user and I'm at the top position, I can have editing. If I created the file, I'll have all access. Either I can read it, write it, or edit it, whatever it is, modification and deleting, everything is possible. If I am sharing that file content to my subordinates, for example, few team leads are having, then I can share few rights for them. For example, they can either comment on that file, and they can read and add few contents to that file. That is not an issue, while they are sharing this file to the next level, and they are just nothing but the common users who are just accessing the data and reading the file. Then only the read for access can be provided for those members, because if modification is done, the contents of the file can't be guaranteed, right? So in such a way, based on the level, the access rights of the files can be filtered, and it can be given based on the type of the user. Okay. uh, File open locking is nothing but, while using a file, if in this we have seen multiple users can be shared at a time. In that time, if same file is used by more than one user, if they are all reading, then that is not an issue. If they are editing the file, then multiple uh, write logs can't be provided for a same file. Then the data will be having uh, inconsistency. Okay, this is the main problem of sharing the file. So while sharing, the lock must be enabled for that file for accessing. In such a way, what are the locks? available is nothing but shared lock and exclusive lock. Shared lock is nothing but it is a read lock. For example, one file is read by more than one user, that shared lock can be used, and multiple reads is provided. Exclusive lock is for an write lock. For example, if exclusive lock is provided, only one user can edit that file, and this at the same time another user can't read that file, because while editing there will be modifications on the file, right? So while exclusive lock is enabled, only one user can access that. Okay, and other operations are mandatory and advisory logs depends on the requirement of that. Mandatory logs are nothing but these are the logs which are mandatory. For example, if the write access is provided, exclusive log is mandatory, and if only the reading operation is performed, the share log is not mandatory, because reading is not going to change the content, right? So based on the type of usage of the file, the logs can be enabled for that file for reading and writing operations.